Yeah, you are now live.
Hey, yo, what it do, party peoples? Welcome, ladies and gents. Another episode of the Spin Room on this Friday is going down, man. It's Feel Good Friday. Now, this is something new, ladies and gents. This is something new because normally we all in different places. But today, look who I'm sitting next to.
We having a pajama party in my house. Pee-wee's here.
I'm hanging out with Big Les at the crib, man. But my man DJ Ron C, he's via, where you via from? Belize, Fiji, where you at, Ron C?
Man, I'm in Dubai, man. I'm in Dubai. And one of those big ass skyscrapers. You know what I mean?
There it is. I like that.
What else did you say, Big Les? What else did you say? Okay. Yeah, the food is good and they got a big ass mall. Yeah, I know all that, man. I'm about to hit all that.
Yeah, you should go skiing in that mall.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gents, thank you guys very much on this Friday to rock with us. Don't forget, right down below, right down there, please subscribe to this YouTube page. Click on the bell, give us a thumbs up, and share with your family and friends. We're also on all podcast platforms. So anywhere that you listen to podcasts like Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor, you know this is where you can get the Spin Room. All you have to do is search the Spin Room. THASPINROOM. Today, ladies and gents, we're excited, man. We are excited. Yeah, man. We got a special dude in the building, man. We got a special guy in the building. This dude here, he's a comedian. He's an actor. You've seen him on BET, VH1, Comedy Central. He's also been in feature films like Soul Plane, Original Gangsters, Zoolander, Johnson Family Vacation. He's had tons. He's had tons of specials. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and make some noise for our man, Godfrey.
Yo,
man.
yo,
Yo.
what up? It's damn light.
It's
Like
all good.
lights all over.
I know.
I'm good, man.
Hey, Godfrey,
What'd
do
you
me
say?
a favor. Turn your phone this
Oh
way.
yeah, you gotta do the horizontal thing. My fault.
No, you good. Booyah.
I'm just trying to charge because I just did I do the Godcast with Lord Jamar and Rod Digger. And,
Right, just a
we
podcast,
just
right?
did it. Yeah, it's a podcast. That's why, Les, we gotta get you on there.
I'm absolutely just say when. You know I'm there. Those are my people. But
Yeah, they're like, those are your peoples.
Yeah, of course. But how did the three of you come together like that?
Man, it was I met Lord Jamar when I was doing Vlad TV, you know, Vlad, Culture Vulture Vlad.
Yeah.
We were doing that, and I met him up, and then we kept in touch, and then he's like, hey man, you should come we have a podcast, you should come do the podcast, you know what I mean, in Brooklyn, Black Lady Theater. And so I was like, yeah, I'll do that shit, hell yeah, you and Rod Digger, hell yeah, I'll do that. And so then from there, I just was coming, and they said, hey, why don't you just be like a third host? I said, yeah. It was real simple. And so it's been like 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
So what are you
Which
guys
is
talking
dope.
about on the podcast? What's popping on the podcast?
All kinds of shit. We just interviewed Big Daddy Kane, Special Ed. We got Rick Ross tomorrow. We did Dr. Umar Johnson. We've done, We had AG. We had a gang of, we have interviews, talk about everyday thing. Like we talk about what's going on in the world. You know, it's not, when you're doing a podcast, you ain't reinventing the wheel. You're just talking about different shit. It's just the personalities that are talking about it. It's not that serious. It's like,
it's
you know
one
what I mean?
thing for the podcast to do what it does, but you in particular are one of
Yeah.
the comedians who really are taking like current events and politics and kind of putting it into your whole, not just your set, but it really is how you get down. Like we've seen Chris Rock do his thing and, you know, be on the Democratic platform and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And here you are, not just with impressions, but really telling real life stories and scenarios and issues. So talk about why that's a conscious thing for you.
Because since college, I grew up in Chicago, you know, I came up with Dion Cole and Corey Holcomb, and I came under the tutelage of Bernie Mac. That's where I started my comedy career, doing his. But during that time I was in college, I was always very pro-black. You know, went to a very white university, University of Illinois, where you know you have only 800 students that are black and 45,000 white. So that just made you stick together. It made you appreciate, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so even though we had the biggest fraternity and sororal system in the country, we had all the black fraternities, all the black sororities. You understand? We had everybody. So that, what were you gonna say?
Did you pledge?
No. If I would have, I mean, you know, everybody asked you to pledge. Sigma's asked me to pledge. Kappa's asked me to pledge. Iota's asked me to pledge. Q's asked me to pledge. Alpha's asked me to pledge. And they were all your friends because you're black. Everybody, you know everybody. It doesn't matter. But I would have been Omega. It would have been either Omega or Kappa for me. On my campus, it would have been Omega or Kappa for me. Those were the dudes that ran the yard to me. The Alphas did, but personality-wise, it wasn't for me. But Kappas and Omegas were like, those were my dudes, like for real.
If I were a student and pledged to fraternity, absolutely, I'd be a Q. Q sci-fi.
I was like, but I've been asked to do honorary shit. Like, you know, you get asked, hey man, you should do some. I said, that's cool because Omegas is definitely, yeah. You know, so during that time, I got real, like we had African American Culture Center. We had a book club that we created where we held ourselves accountable to read black authors, like black books, all that shit. You know, Behold a Pale White Horse, you know, a Pale White Horse, Francis Cress Welsing's ISIS Papers, Stolen Legacy, Destruction of Black Civilization, Chancellor Williams. We were, you know, Black Athena, but we were reading every week. We brought it, Sister Soldier. We brought Sister Soldier to our school. We brought in Kwame Ture came and spoke to us before he passed. We had Kwame Ture. We had Eleanor Holmes Norton, who's still a senator in the White House. We had like Black Panthers. We did this on our own, you know. And so I just got into like I just you know reading African, you know, real deep African, and I'm Nigerian, so still I was reading into heavy ass African history, you know, just deep ass shit. And then once I start getting the comedy, you know, once I started getting, you know, you start getting better and better at your craft, I started throwing shit like that in. You know, I would always throw in controversial shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I was always that conscious kind of, what?
At what point did you know you was funny, Godfrey?
Oh, no, I was funny all the time. Funny, school, high school, grade school.
But in school, when did you know, like, all right, I need to start taking this comedy thing serious is because
college
people are laughing at me or whatever it may be.
College. That's when I went. I didn't, because in grades, I didn't think about being a stand-up comic. I was thinking about being an astronaut. I thought I was going to be a baseball player. You know, you think about all this other shit. College, like third year college, second, third year, that was when I was like, because Tommy Davidson came to our school, right? We had Ricky Harris, Tommy Davidson came, and I hung out with Tommy Davidson. We showed him around our campus. And I was like, thinking about doing this shit because all the shit that I was talking about, especially about pro-blackness and all this other shit, I was like incorporating it like in the cafeteria, you know, college cafeterias, you sit there all day, your friends work at the cafeteria. So you just sitting there holding court. But I would throw in, like, I'll be, you know, talking about racism and shit, but I was funny with the shit. A lot of times people say, yeah, I want to do comedy because I'm funny. Nah, my shit was like, I have something to say. I have something different to say. I always was like, I'm going to be very different than everybody. That is why my career trajectory is very strange. People go, how the fuck ain't you? And these motherfuckers are here. I say, but I don't do the shit that they do because that to me, it's whack to me. You know what I mean? I'm a motherfucker that will do an all-white audience and shit on them in their face. but not in a way where they don't get it. They get it. They go, I get what the fuck you're saying.
Right.
But when you come with that kind of honesty, they still, you know, when white folks are uncomfortable, with black, they choose you because of how you make them feel. A lot of times, the reason why you didn't get the sitcom is you didn't make them feel good. You bothered them. You're not the Negro behavior they want. You know, and I'm not some rebellious motherfucker. I'm just never trying to be successful, but I don't like when fuck shit's going on, and I'm gonna talk about it. That's why I resonate towards Paul Mooney, Richard Pryor, George Carlin. Those are the Joan Rivers. I like the real shit. Even Bernie was real. Like, you know, everybody likes the real shit. I think if you're a real, you know, right. Exceptions were Bill Cosby and Sinbad, who were clean, but they were funny as fuck. Like Sinbad is a monster. Like on some real, but Sinbad is militant as fuck. Do not get it twisted. Off stage, militant as shit. You know what I mean? But that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do comedy, because I was like, I talked too much. I was a pre-med psych major in college, okay? I got my degree in psychology, whatever. And I was like, I talk too much. I have too much shit to say. And being in an office or a lab, I can't do nothing there. But I can, if I go on stage, I can tell somebody to fuck off and not get fired.
Right.
You know, you could literally tell somebody to fuck you and not get fired. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Two things. One, because I think from those of us on the outside of the Nigerian culture are led to believe that your parents are like, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer.
Yeah, it's true.
Very studious. So one, how does your family feel about, or how do they feel about you saying, okay, I'm going to comedy later for school?
Well, when I first started, like, my parents aren't around anymore, but that's been a while, so no one has to apologize. But when I first did it, they were like mad, like, why would you do that? Like, you know, that's like the Nigerian paradigm. Like, you're gonna go into that? Why? That's not how we do it. You know what I mean? You do doctor, lawyer, you know, engineer, you know, and you're told that when you're 5, which is a good thing. That's not bad. My right. father was an educator on the west side of Chicago for 45 years.
Wow.
My father taught at Malcolm X College, and then he did literacy programs for like gang members and shit. He taught in prison. My father was crazy. He did all that. He was a teacher. Like, he was in the system. You know what I'm saying? He was that dude. So education was like, what are you talking about? You're told you're going to graduate college when you're 5. So you already know that.
Right.
You already know you got to go to the library every Sunday, like me and my sister, my brother. You go to the library every Sunday. Education was normal. My mother was a nurse, OB-GYN nurse. But it was like, yeah, you're going to get educated. Your uncles, your aunt, everybody, yeah, you're going to school. Of course, that's fucking, you're going. Like, everybody's going to school. That was normal. That's not even a thought. Yeah, of course you're in school. Because like Nigerians will ask you, where are you in school? How are your grades? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? Do you believe in God? It's God, school, family. Yeah. You're already trained. That's ingrained in you.
Yeah.
Education.
So
it's not an accident that Nigerians are leading in education, killing everybody in all levels of medicine and engineering now. But Black women are number 1 in America. Let's not get it fucked up. African-American women are smoking motherfuckers. Black people, period, are just killing the game. So in education, which is great.
Yeah. How many times have you had a manager or an agent, even though you said they're like, no, you didn't make them feel good, try and tell you that you need to be more like so-and-so?
Actually, my managers, which is really fucked up because my managers passed away. My manager, I had two guys that were partners. One of them just passed away like 3 weeks ago, and the other one died. But they loved what I did. They were like, as long as you're funny, we just want you, you're funny. That's it. As far as like going on auditions, that's when you got to tap dance a little bit. You know, when you're going on auditions and stuff, you guys still got to be professional. You know what I'm talking about, Leslie? You got to be professional. You still got to shake hands. Hey, yeah. But when I'm on stage, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's my craft. That has nothing to do with, you know what I mean? And, you know, everybody's different. Some comics talk about fucking all the time. Hey, pussy this, pussy that. That's their business. I talk about it sometimes because I'm a human being and sexuality is part of us. But some comedians, you know what you in for. They gonna talk about fucking, drinking. That's their shit. Some comics are gonna talk about their family, their wife, blah blah blah. My shit was I talk about all kind of shit, but a lot of it was I love the race shit. I like the territory that a lot of black people don't fuck with. A lot of black comedians, this is just my opinion, other than Chris Rock and Chappelle, a lot of them don't go there. Right. Like really go in. I'm not saying that they don't. When you're black, everybody's gonna bring up race in some kind of way. Some comics will go, yo, man, we gotta stop the racism and get along with each other. I'm like, fuck all that shit. That was whack. I'm like, let me tell you something about white folks.
So,
you know what I mean? I go in and go ahead.
I was just say, let's one step back. As you said, you know, you at the tap dance and stuff like that. Now, your work is all over the internet. So people, if you come into the room, they see you. They can see who Godfrey is, what he's talking about on stage. So the tap dancing situation, how hard is that for you to get to cross over, to actually get that when they know you talking shit about their ass on stage?
It's one thing is half the time you don't even know if they even know your shit. That's enough. You can't worry about if, oh, did they see my act? I separate that shit. Because if you can't separate my art from this audition, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's like if I come in to play a mailman and I'm doing that properly, what does my act have anything to do with me playing this mailman?
But wouldn't it be the same thing that you just said just a second ago and making them feel comfortable? So now,
well, you know why? Let me tell you why. Because
if you uncomfortable.
Hold up. If you weren't comfortable, you wouldn't even be at the audition.
Okay.
If they don't like you, you're not even coming in. So they fuck with me because I've walked the line, dude. I'm edgy, but I'm real amicable. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm an educated dude. Hey, what's up? I'm that dude. I'm a marketable dude. I'm not like some ignorant motherfucker who's rude to people. I'm very nice to people. I was raised right. I had 2 parents, the whole 9. But what I talk about, you know, but there are whites that go, I love the shit you're doing. You know, Chappelle does it. But here's another thing. Chappelle and Chris Rock aren't intimidating. They're not, no one's afraid of them. Right. I walk in, I built like a football player because I played football in college. And you know what I mean? And I ain't crazy looking. Sorry to say it, I'm not. So, and you know what I mean? So it's like, there's an intimidation. A lot of times white men have pissing contests with black men. There's always a pissing contest with us. You know what I mean? They want to be, if you even notice with commercials, it's white guy, black girl, white guy, black girl. Every fucking commercial is a white guy with a black woman, which is, they don't really do it the reverse. Not really. You know, but they can be with the black girl, but you can't be with a white girl in a commercial. I'm just talking about commercial. But that's symbolically, their mentality is like, we can't let these motherfuckers overdo us. We are always been intimidated by black manhood. You know, I'm the type of person that threatens white manhood. When I walk in, white dudes get threatened by me. And I'm not the only one. There's other, they're threatened by guys like myself. You know, they're threatened that the girl might dig you. They're threatened that you smart and you ain't apologizing for your intelligence, and you're more than likely smarter than everybody in the room. You can keep up with conversation. They might not know shit, you know, they hate that. They like it when a brother don't know a lot of shit. They feel like that they're their character. Oh, we're gonna teach him. I'd be like, yeah, I know that. Blah, 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 blah. They hate that. They deep down, they hate that. They hate it like, yeah, I went to school, dude. It's not that difficult. It's like, how did you know that? I looked it up. It's not that difficult.
Right. Can we talk
about... my father taught me that. Go look in the dictionary. Go look in the encyclopedia. Look it up. Yep. It's the big, you know.
Yeah. Can we talk about how you've impacted the power or utilized the power of social media? Because remember you were telling me how every day for like a year or 2 years. And
Yeah. I'm about to, March 15th, I'm going to celebrate being on live every single night since March 15th, since COVID. I haven't missed one night.
Wow.
One night. Late night, they call me Godfrey and the Night Owls. I have a crew of motherfuckers, 200-300 people, be 2-3 in the morning. on live.
Wow.
Keith Murray's been on my live. Yeah. Tyree's been on my live. Rockweiler's been on my live a few times. Denise Law, a lot of people. But I just said, you know what? But I think I've done it longer than that, but I want to just count for COVID, because every time I get off stage in the Village, you know, I'm in New York City. So in the Village, after I get off stage, I would turn my live on. I would just be like, yo, blah, 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 blah. But I was doing that before COVID. So I said, I'm going to, about 3 years ago, I said, 3 or 4 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm about to get on this social media. I'm going all out. I'm going all out. I was doing it a little bit because, you know, old school, we're like, I don't feel like doing this shit, you know? I was like, you know, your ego was like, oh, this bullshit. But I just sucked it up. One day I got off my ass and I said, this is the way the world is moving, man. You either gonna get on a train or get left behind. So I said, yo, you know what? I'm still a little popular. I'm still popular. I'm still relevant. Let me get even more relevant. So I hooked up with a brother by the name of Rennie. I don't know if you know Rennie. He's a really funny Instagram dude, but he's from New York. He's from Queens, Haitian kid. And he's like, what happened? You know Rennie?
No, because I'm from Queens, so you know I gotta represent.
Yeah, he's Queens brother, man.
Like, oh.
Here we go with this New York talk again.
That's right. That's right. Hey man, I'm from Chicago, but I've been in New York 22 years, and I understand.
Yes.
I understand why New Yorkers are the way they are. I'm an official honorary New Yorker, so I get it. And New York have every right to talk that shit. I get it. Totally get it. Yeah, I started linking up. Somebody said, hey man, there's a guy that looks like you, this kid, man. He looks like you guys could be brothers, or you could be his father, whatever. So I saw him. I said, damn, this dude's funny. And I said, man, I just DM'd him, say, hey man, we need to do something. You know, they say we look like we do some sketches. He was like, what? Hell yeah. This guy, we start doing sketches. He's close to 1 million followers. I start doing stuff with him. And I remember I was at 8,000 followers. My shit was lame. It was 8,000. And I remember doing my first sketch with him. His name's Rennie, R-E-N-N-Y. Lorenzo is his full name. And at my first sketch I did with him, you know the way they are with the iPhone, he was just editing the shit right in front of me. Like he was like, all right, you got that. He put sound on it. I was like, God damn. And then he said, watch this. And he sent the video. And I looked at my numbers, and it went up to 12,000 within an hour. Wow. My numbers went up 12,000 new followers. He goes, that's how you got to do it, man. You got to fuck with us, man. And he's like about 26, 27 years old. These are guys in his 20s. And I was like, and so I said, cool. I said, you guys know King Batch? You know King Batch?
Yeah.
I've
heard his name.
Batch is got his own company. Batch is at 20.3 million followers. Okay. Batch got his start in Vine. Remember Vine? Mm-hmm. Batch was doing little mini movies in 6 seconds with Vine. He's a film major. He went to Florida State University, and he's from Toronto, Jamaican. He's a Canadian Jamaican dude. So I said, hey, Rennie, I want to get with King Batch, man. He goes, that's my dude. Called him up, said, boom. Batch was like, yo, whenever you're in LA, yo, we got to do some shit. But then King Batch ended up being in New York City. He said, dude, I'm in New York. You got to come down to Times Square. Let's do a sketch. So I do a sketch with this dude. I don't know if you ever saw the sketch. It's the Noisy Neighbor sketch. That shit went viral. I got like fucking 7 million views on that.
Wow.
The one, it's about like, I'm knocking on the door. I say, hey man, can you keep your music down? I come back. I say, yo man, your shower's loud, man. Lower that shit, man. Put that shit on or some shit, man. Fuck is wrong with you? Then I was like, yo, I come in again. I go, yo, who's doodling, man? Who the fuck doodling? Man, you doodles is mad loud. The splash is heavy, dog. Let the doodle hit the side of the bowl. Let it roll into the bowl, my man. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, man. And so I made this shit up. We was in a hotel, the Knickerbocker Hotel. And I said, and they were like, yo, that shit you just did? And that shit went so viral because everybody was calling me the next day going, nigga, doodles are too loud, son? I said, They was like, let the doodle roll into the bowl, dude. What the? Yeah, man. So I had garbage men, bus drivers stopping a bus going, yo, let your doodles roll in the bowl, yo. But that was the power of social media. It was like I was literally now I was in the mix. Like social media is like popular clubs in the city. You know how everybody goes to the there's 300 clubs, but everybody goes to 5 of them. Right? Everybody goes to the Roxy, blah, blah, blah. It's people, because all the cool people go to the specific ones. It's the same way with social media. Now that I'm in the mix with King Batch, I was in the mix with all of those cats. So now I'm part of that crew. So they were like, so I started doing my own shit. I said, man, my numbers are going up. My numbers, all right, cool. I said, now I'm gonna start doing my own shit, because comedically I got the skills. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this. So that's when my shit started rolling. I was like, oh shit, it's working. So I'm at 500, I'm at over 500,000. I'm at 561,000.
Hey, Godfrey, can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Can you tell your followers to follow me?
Nope. No, just kidding. Even if I tell you, hey, follow him, it doesn't mean sometimes it don't mean shit. But the reason why a lot of my shit, when I started doing Vlad TV, you guys know Vlad TV, right?
Yeah, Vlad. Yeah.
I said, let me get on Vlad. I said, man, let me get on Vlad. Vlad, I like Vlad. I like Vlad. It was great. It was like he's interviewing all these black people. I didn't know he was black. I didn't know he was white, because he's not on camera. Right. Thought he was a black dude. So I get on there because I connected with some people. We all know the same people and shit. Got on there and I hit the ground running. A lot of my videos started going viral from Vlad. I was doing that whole shit I did about black women. I said, black women are the most disrespected. I was just blacking out. That shit went viral. I had a bunch of fucking shit went viral. Mystical just did a Vlad and said, yo, I like that dude Godfrey. That's my man right there. I don't know these dudes, but I knew that if I just needed to hit certain demographics, because people are watching YouTube all day. People are on their phones all day. While I'm still auditioning to get on somebody's TV show, why not make yourself present every single day? Then I turn on the lives every day. I don't miss it. I turn it on every single night. I'm in people's faces. I went from 10 people watching me to 500 to 600 people watching me now. Wow. But that was, you got to bust your ass though. You can't, you have to be consistent. This shit is tiring and horrible, but you got to do it. It's, I don't know what to tell people. I go, motherfucker, I was at 0, bro. Like, you gotta get up and do it.
I'm not gonna lie. The other day I tuned in and you posted a video and I fell out laughing of the white lady spitting on the caretaker.
Oh yes.
Homie.
Oh.
Homie.
Yo.
The shit you were saying there, homie, I was in there in tears.
I had to talk about it because, and that's my commentary. That's the type of shit I don't let go. I gotta bring this up. And now I became that dude where people send me videos going, Darby, you gotta talk about this, man. now I'm fucking Malcolm X now. They're like, but I pick and choose what I want, because I know that I'll have a good angle at it. I go, this will be good. Because I don't just grab anything. I don't grab it. If I know I'm going to be like, okay, this is a good one. This is really passionate about this one. And I can be real funny with this. Like this one brother in Michigan, he's Nigerian, trying to get rid of Black History Month. He's running for GOP. I tore that motherfucker up.
The picture you had of him and the way he was smiling.
And then I did the Uncle Ruckus voice on him. Remember?
Yeah.
I was like, I love white people. White people make me happy. I love them. And I did that on him. And then I did the white guy talking and the black dude talking. And the white. He was like, that shit. Yeah. See, if I can make it funny like that, it's better for me. If I just go hard, then I need to it's good with the laughter. They go, damn, that was some funny shit. Even black folks sometimes can't take some of this shit, Like when the lady got spit on by the white lady, there were black people going, you don't know and understand. I said, first of all, Aunt Jemima, let me tell you something. First of all, I was like, first of all, the visual. See, they're looking just at what we're looking at. You're just looking at the picture. Metaphorically, that old woman spitting on a black woman is what the fuck we've been going through. It's white entitlement. It's fucking, right? Denigration of black people, denigration of black women. There's more than just what you're seeing. You know what I mean? That's why I did that video. And so I go, even say, well, she has dementia. Doesn't fucking matter what she has. There's an old white woman spitting on a black woman and she's taking that shit.
She got long-term memory. She knows what she's doing.
And spitting is dehumanizing. And if it was a white woman that got spit on, I'd be like, that's fucked up.
Right.
I still would have been fucked up, but it was a black woman. So that made, I cared it more because it was a black woman. Because black women, no one defends them. Nobody defends them. Black men don't defend them, barely. Black men, we say fucked up shit about black women. We say the most retarded shit about black women. I'm astounded by what black dudes say to black women. That shit is bananas to me. And I'm not perfect. I called girls bitches before. I did that shit. But the shit that guys say to black women that I go, I had never fixed my mouth to say no shit like that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Just the colorism and the, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep it real. I grew up in Chicago, so black women said crazy shit to me sometimes. They'd be like, you're cute to be dark. I usually don't date dark-skinned dudes. And this is when you're young. Because when I went to college, that shit went away. It was like, it was gone. You know what I mean? But the shit that Southern mentality, but no, not just Southern. It happens in the Caribbean and certain, you know, but that shit. So yeah, man, you know, that the stuff that I do, those videos, man, I just try to, you know, and during COVID, you know, COVID has been an advantage to a lot of us. A lot of people took it like, damn, I don't know what to do. I said, I'm fucking going in. Right. I'm going in. I'm gonna create. When I did the Steve Harvey shit.
Hey, that. And look, I used to work for that dude. Or I used to work with that dude.
How was he?
Man, fuck him, man. But look,
that part.
So I keep it a buck. Man,
keep it a buck, man. Keep it a buck.
Cool. He a buster, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Godfrey. During this pandemic, have you been going by the guidelines? Have you been keeping yourself safe, wearing a mask, washing hands, being socially distant?
Yeah. I'm trying like everybody else sometimes, but if nobody's around me, I don't wear a mask. I wear the mask on my chin. I don't, you know, I wash my hands, I do the best I can, but I ain't taking no vaccine. I ain't doing none of that shit. Fuck that. Nope. I ain't taking none of that shit. Nope.
So now that the world is slowly but surely opening up, I know that you got some shows that you got booked, right? I know you got.
Yeah, I've traveled. I've traveled ever since October. I've been traveling.
But don't you have a show coming up in March, right? Don't you?
Well, this week when is this showing?
Yeah, next Friday.
Damn. What's next Friday? That's like the 12th, 13th, 11th? Yeah, I'll be in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Stress Factory. On the 11th, 12th, and 13th, I'm in New Brunswick, New Jersey, the Stress Factory. So y'all, that's by Rutgers University. I'll be there. But I've been traveling. You know what I mean? I was in since this is for next week, right? It's for okay. Yeah, I was just in Indianapolis. Did Indianapolis? You know what I'm saying? So I've been traveling. You know what I'm saying? It's not as frequent, but it's frequent enough where people are like, "Damn, you're traveling." Like, yeah, I'm traveling. I got, you know what I mean, which is a good thing. Is I'm blessed to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then just at the same time, I was listening to Dame Dash. Right when the COVID first started, I'm listening to Dame Dash, and he's rolling a joint, and he's on a live with somebody. They say, "So what you gonna do with this COVID?" And Dame was like, "The fuck you think I'm gonna do? Fuck you think?" He's like, "Man, you gotta understand real quick, man. These motherfuckers, the business, the power is gone. They're fucking fisted down. We are creators. It's our turn now. We got the strength here. You gotta fucking create. If your dumbass ain't creating right now, while everybody's sitting still, don't know what to do, you a dumb motherfucker. You need to be using your motherfucking social media. You ready to be creating, man. No, their hands are down. They are defenseless right now. You know what I mean? And I took that and ran with it. I say, he right.
Dame Dash be spitting some real talk sometimes, though, man.
Oh, he be on point.
Yeah.
It's just they don't like the way he served it, like Kevin Samuels.
His
delivery.
His delivery's crazy.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Samuels. You know Kevin Samuels?
Uh-huh. Hey,
You know the Kevin Samuels?
Homie, who was that you had on your live and you was talking about Kevin Samuels?
Oh, the chick. Oh, that chick. Oh, that's the chick I know. My friend.
Oh, okay. I thought you put her on just as a prop to do Kevin
No,
Samuels.
no. We were just talking because she wanted to come on live. And I said, remember like Kevin Samuels? Because a lot of times my shit's off the cuff. I don't set it up like that.
Yeah.
So Kevin Samuels, you watch Les, you watch Kevin Samuels?
Listen, I don't care. As rude and crass, and as much as he says things for what do you call sensationalism? He does spit some truth. I can't even. You want to punch the shit out of him, but he does speak some truth.
He be on point, don't he?
His delivery is real, like to the heart.
You know he's Kappa Alpha Psi too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Believe it. I'm sure he thinks he's a pretty boy.
He's Kappa. He's Kappa. My friend who's Kappa said, yeah, that's my frat brother. But I say, oh, word. But he keeps it 100. But women keep calling.
I'm just
if
like,
you don't like the guy, stop supporting him.
There was a chick who was on there, and he's like, well, you're at best a 6. I'm like, why are you still on the phone talking to this man?
I saw that one. I was dying.
Hang up. Why
So is that?
He said he told her you average. He's your average. You're average chick.
You'll never get a rich man. I was like,
But you know the one that kills me the most when he gets on is when he be telling people, be like, excuse me, don't interrupt me. And then,
Yeah, see? He's
right,
like, that's
and
that
right when they
bullshit.
start
You're talking
talking
over me. You're talking over me. See? That's that
and
bullshit.
right when they start talking,
Okay.
he interrupt them. I be killing me like,
Dude. Yo, everything about it is so funny because the opening music is this soul music, like video soul, like it's damn, it's so funny. And these women, they sometimes, because people will ask for honesty and now they getting it, now they mad.
right.
You know, now you upset. You want the honest truth, and he's giving you the real raw, like. He's like, you got how many kids? How are you demanding all this shit? You got that? Why? But I was like, no, what? No, stop. You talking over me? You talking over me?
Right. He told this one girl, she said, I deserve a lot of money. He says, have you ever, dealt with a lot of money before? She goes, no, but I know how to spend it. He said,
oh shit.
I bid you a good night, ma'am.
and you know sometimes he does the thing, the taps. Have you seen him go? You ever seen him do the taps? He goes, da, 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 da.
No, I haven't seen him do that.
Dude, when he's tired of somebody, he goes, okay, you want the smoke? You want the smoke? Oh, okay. See, that's that. You ever seen him? He just does this and the music starts playing. Dun, 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 dun,
I've not seen that.
And he hangs up.
Oh my God.
But when you watch his show, he has about like maybe 200 something thousand followers, but the views be in the 8K, 8,000, 7,000. So by the time he gets off, cumulative numbers probably 20 something thousand people watching.
I remember one time I was sitting watching and he was like, I'm not starting the show until my lights go up. Literally less than 60 seconds, he went from 4,000 to 6,000 likes in like less than 60 seconds.
Yeah, he's so confident in his arrogance, he don't apologize. Now everybody's like, I think he's gay, all right. Whatever. Either way, what does that have to do with your situation? What if he is? He's still telling
Right. He's still in your ass.
And first of all, gay dudes are notorious for shitting on people. They are really getting your ass. They can be real condescending.
Yeah.
Because the gay community, they are fucking mean to each other. Like hardcore. They're very, very, very like shitting on each other all the time. So if he's gay, then yeah, that's where it comes from.
I was telling Ron C and Pee Wee that we used to do a show together called Thunderbox, like
Underbox.
100 years ago.
Wow.
I know, right?
Damn.
Wasn't that crazy? We were like commentators in me, him, and Eric Nice. It was crazy.
Eric Nice from the first what's that? Real World.
Real World and the Grind
New York.
and all of that. Yeah.
With Heather B. He was with Heather B.
Yeah, Kevin Powell.
Yeah. Wow.
Right? All of that. But how do you think that you've changed as a comedian since that we're talking like 20 years, easy. So since we did that show, how do you think you've grown as a comedian? Grown
as far as just material and experience and confidence with being able to really go there when I want to. That's what changes as a comedian. You just have a bigger view of knowledge. You just have more shit to talk about. You know what I mean? You have more in your arsenal, you know, and if you talk about something, you have actual information, you know, through experience and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like being a ball player, you know what I mean? For a long time, you get in the playoffs, you know, I've been here before, I know it, but then you just do things differently. You make wiser decisions. You know what I'm saying? You're just more aware. You understand? And it's smarter. It's more thorough. There's more storytelling. People know more about you. You're more comfortable in revealing your mistakes and shit like that. It's dope, you know?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Before we get into anything about your whole Netflix stuff with Tiffany Haddish, as well as your new show, Ron always has to hit you up with like some music stuff and everything. So go ahead, Ron, take it away.
I gotta hit you up, man. So what are you listening to right now? If I go in your car right now, what were you listening to?
I was listening to J Dilla.
J Dub?
I was like J Dub. I was listening to J Dub, MF Doom, Wu-Tang Clan, Redman. Those usually be in my circle all the time. Gangstar. I still stick with my old school shit. I don't give a fuck. I stick, and then I was listening to Busta's new shit, which is fantastic. God,
it's fire. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's fire.
Oh, I listen to Czar a lot. I listen because when I go to the gym, I listen to that. Yeah, man, just staying with even I was listening to Tila Rock the other day. I listened to Tila Rock. It's yours.
Wow.
I listen to Tila Rock a lot. I love that. That song is the shit. That shit's ahead of its time to me. Yeah. Listen to Tila Rock. I was listening to Old LL. I was listening to Old LL. I was listening to Kumo D. Just bring it, you know. Yeah. I always go back, come up, and then I listen to a lot of, you know, funk, 70s, all the shit, James Brown all the time. I go more. It's like from the 60s all the way up to like 2000s and shit. That's me. I'll go, whether it's rock too. I listen to a lot of rock. I love Rolling Stones and Zeppelin and AC/DC, and because it's all black-based shit. So, you know, and I was listening to Lightning Hopkins the other day. Lightning Hopkins and, you know, and Muddy Waters and shit like that. I like all that old gut bucket shit. That's my shit.
Let's pick it back off of that. So what do you think about the new generation music? Do you listen to that, and what do you think about it?
Yeah, I'm J. Cole I fuck with because they're very old school, and Kendrick is cool. I listen to there's some rappers that I like, that I dig. I like that Griselda. I like you know, Benny Boom. Oh no, not Benny Boom, that's the director. Benny the Butcher, Conway. They're from Buffalo, New York. They formed that group Griselda. I fuck with them. There's some cats that I look at, but I'm so discouraged by the way the music industry is that I just kind of sometimes try. That Her chick is dope.
Oh yes,
she's fire because she's just old school. She plays guitar. She has talent. It's not, you know what I mean. That's an easy one to like. Anderson .Paak. I like Anderson .Paak. Who else? Yeah, I don't really. It's not a lot of people that I.
Fuck you.
It's a lot of. I mean, there's some like, hey, you know, you listen to sometimes the Baby, not Lil Baby, but the Baby. That I listen to sometimes his shit. It depends. But I don't do it on my own. If I'm somewhere, I'll go, okay, what is that? All right, that's not bad, blah, blah, blah. You know, certain songs. But I like my shit. Sorry. and what's great is that, like Nas's King's Disease, fantastic. Like, we still got our people still making music, which I'm happy about. Right. We're not going anywhere. We're still here. Old school is still here, which is great.
Yes.
What about you?
Me? Shit, yeah. I'm all over the place.
Well, well, I get it. Listen, man, I listen to classical music, opera. I listen to all kinds because it was in my house. Like I grew up on everything, so I listen to old country. I don't like the new country. I'm not really. I like the Johnny Cash. I'm a Johnny Cash dude. I like all that shit. I mean, I grew up on that. My parents listened to that.
I'm also love funk. I love the R&B.
I love all of that. Yeah, funk is my shit. That's funk is my, from the Ohio Players, Roger, Zapp, all that. Yeah, man, that's my shit. And James Brown, is the king of that shit. So
exactly, that's my favorite, man, all time.
That's my favorite. That's mine too. My favorite too. Yeah. So.
All right,
yeah, all the usual suspects.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I mean?
Let's bring it on home and tell us about how Tiffany kept her promise to you, hence you being on Netflix, shutting it down, as well as your new project.
Tiffany
had that show, man, with Tiffany. That shit was the bomb. I just saw it the other night, and I thought it was so funny.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And here's another thing. First, shout out to Tiffany Haddish, who is a unicorn. That's why she calls herself a unicorn. Tiffany Haddish, I've known since 2003. This is not like some new shit. I knew her and always was her friend, always was we're brother, sister. I didn't know Tiffany was going to be A-list. I didn't know that. I didn't know she was going to be sitting there hosting Ellen DeGeneres show, doing Golden Globe. I didn't know that. I just knew Tiffany as my friend. She's a comic. She's crazy. And that's it, And I helped her out in my best way I could, giving her advice, academic advice, making sure she read better than what she was doing before. She even says it, so it's not like I'm saying she's like, I made her read better. I remember when she told me, because she's very honest. She's like, I don't read that good. I said, what do you mean you don't read that well? What the fuck are you talking about? I just don't read that well. I said, well, you're gonna learn to fucking read better because you have to read teleprompter, scripts, you gotta read contracts. There's a lot of words everywhere, Tiffany. You gotta learn how to read them. You gotta learn how to read them. They're gonna be all over, So I made her read like every day the newspaper to me.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I made her read. This is before Kevin Hart and all the motherfuckers got by. I was like, yeah, you're gonna read this. When I was bi-coastal in LA for 7 years, so I said, you're gonna come to my apartment. I lived off of Wilshire and Plymouth. I said, you're gonna come and you're gonna read this goddamn newspaper, and that's it. And I made her do that. And she got better. And what I'm saying? I said, you never know, you're gonna have to use it. And I was right. What I'm saying? But she always used to say, when she didn't have a dime, she used to say, when I get a certain level, I'm going to do. All she talked about was who she was gonna help. That's all she talked about. She didn't say she was gonna get a big ass house. Nah. She said, I'm gonna help foster kids, because I was a foster kid. I'm gonna help my grandmother. I'm gonna help my sister. That's all she talked about. And I'm gonna help all the people that did right by me, blah, blah, blah. She never, ever, ever wavered from that shit. Ever.
But that's,
always said, and she stuck with her word. What?
I said that shows character of somebody staying grounded.
Man, she stuck with her word, man. Like, I didn't know she was gonna stick with her word. She just did.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, man. I saw her rise up. I saw it. She started getting into law of attraction. I showed her all that shit. I had a lot of books on New Age, spirituality, and she got into a lot of that, and she actually used it better than I did. You know what I mean?
Wow.
She actually started to really speak good words and bless, not be negative, and really started to straighten up the way she thought. I saw it. I saw it transfer. I saw the whole thing. I saw all the little movie parts she was getting. She said, I've got this, I'm getting this, I'm doing this. Then she called me from the girls trip set. I talked to Latifah on the side. I said, let me talk to Latifah real quick. What up? Blah, blah, blah. because I did Cookout with Latifah. You know, I did the Cookout with Latifah. I said, "What's up?" I said, "You know, you need to get your ass back on the mic, right? This shit is whack." And she goes, "You know, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that." So yeah, man, Tiffany Haddish has literally, she hooked up 12 comedians within a year and a half. And 12 comics. They Ready 1, They Ready 2, 12 comedians in a year and a half on an international platform. And she made us all executive producers.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope.
Tiffany Haddish is she's on another level. I'm not talking about comedy, I'm talking about the acting on this shit here. Phew, which is rare amongst our folks.
Right.
I'm sorry to say it. I wish I didn't have to say it, but Tiffany is like, she threw me an alley-oop, man. Because I did, before COVID, I did her 10-city tour. She called me. She said, "I need you to host my tour. You just need to host it." I said, "All right." So I went, it was just the They Ready squad, the They Ready 1 squad, all women, and Flame Monroe. You know Flame Monroe?
Mm-hmm.
Flame Monroe is old school transgender.
Right.
But Flame came up with me. She from Chicago. Flame came up with us. So I've known Flame for 20-some years. Now, Flame is about to do a sitcom with Tina Fey.
Wow.
She got a podcast is killing. This is all because of Tiffany. Ida Rodriguez got something with HBO. I mean, what's Tiffany? Because she just went, "Come on in." That's it. It didn't kill her. And then she fought for how much we were going to get paid. She took a pay cut to pay us.
Beautiful, man.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
This is what the fuck she does. Like, it's beyond who ain't funny. I don't give a fuck about that. I go, you're not even seeing the big picture, my friends. She's barely been famous. Maybe 4 or 5 years. And she already just started throwing alley-oops to people. You know how many cats I know that have been famous for 20 years and ain't done a goddamn thing for anybody? This business, you need help. Everybody needs a leg up. Everybody does. Everybody. I don't care who you are. And these motherfuckers will pull the ladder up when they get to a certain level, man. And even Tiffany was being criticized by other comics on why she hooked people up. I'm not going to say no names, but you'd be surprised if I said it.
But you know, like you said, the business is all about ego, and people get upset that they didn't get that opportunity, because if they would have got the opportunity, they wouldn't have said anything negative. It's the fact that they didn't get the opportunity, but that negativity is what's going to keep them back anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and my thing is this: the people that are on that, Dean Edwards, Tony Woods, who taught Dave Chappelle performance, Aaron Jackson, Barbara Carlisle, who's been doing comedy 44 years. I mean, she's been a road dog forever. No one knew who the hell she was. Tiffany said, "Here you go." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And me. And first off, we all deserve it because we got the chops and we've been doing this shit 20 years. Fuck everybody else. And, you know, and yeah, man. So Tiffany really, like, man, whew,
Well,
that was a hell of a fucking move, man.
You took the
Hell
ball,
of a move.
you ran with it. So props to both of you. You did a great job on that show. Tell everybody about the new show you got coming up in Godfrey.
Well, I got the, there's a show, well, I have my podcast, it's called In Godfrey We Trust. It's on the Gas Digital Network Tuesdays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And I did a pilot with a friend of mine. His name is Ruben Paul. He's out in LA. He's a comedian. He writes for George Lopez and all these, but he's a dope ass comedian. And we created a show called In Godfrey We Trust, which is named after my podcast. And it's on Kevin Hart's network, LOL network.
Oh, wow.
But you got to go on Zumo, Peacock, and Pluto to get the LOL network. And that's where my show is living right now. So we did a pilot episode for Black History Month. So we are waiting to do more. We just got to get the negotiation shit right. So you know how this business is. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, man.
So,
and,
So right now we got the Netflix that's out right now with Tiffany Haddish. They ready. Your LOL network and Godfrey we
And
trust.
Godfrey We Trust on Zumo, Peacock, and Pluto.
And then we also on IG Live every single night. Comedian Godfrey. You got the podcast jumping off.
Podcast with, and also the Godcast with Lord Jamar Digger. That's on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We do that. Yeah, that's got that one going on. So I'm just staying in motion, man. I always told people that my train is coming. It's just slow, but the light, you see the light down there. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's just, it's a slow run, but the speed is there and the fucking strength is there. So
it's a marathon. That's what we got to remember. It's a marathon.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I look at it and they say that wherever you are, you're supposed to be there.
Right.
You're supposed to be in this situation. And I go, all right, cool. Because what I like is the streets always fuck with me. They go, man, nah, we got you, man. We waiting, dude. Like, and I like that. They say you hold your integrity, you speak up for us. A lot of these cats don't say a goddamn word. I mean, I'm not saying I just go up there and just start yelling at white. I don't do that.
No.
I just am okay with just saying, okay, how can I make this Klan joke funny?
Right. Right.
How do I make this Ku Klux Klan joke funny? I'm that dude.
Well, I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you. And when you
Thank you.
blow even bigger than you are, we will be right here waiting for you to interview you and all of that stuff.
And Les will be like, motherfucker, what's up? Can you get on this? Like you checked Wyclef that day. I will never forget that. Les checked Wyclef because he was trying to act up on her. She checked. I was right there. She's like, word? Yeah, you like, he goes, Les. But I never liked Wyclef anyway. I always thought he was cornball. So I never liked him because he was always like kind of rude and shit. So, but when you checked him, I was like,
Because he's like my day one. We would dance backpacking broke ass
Of
club
course.
together.
Of course.
Like,
Of
don't
course.
You don't remember me, son. Like,
right. You checked
together.
Les checked, and I said I will never do that to Leslie.
You better not. Come get you.
I will never do that. But I'm not built like a fuckboy. So I wasn't built that way. I was built with integrity. My parents taught that to me. People around me taught that to me. I surround myself with people with integrity. I don't do fuck shit like that. I'm just not in me. I don't think like that. You know what I mean? Godfrey. If I know you, I know you. I'll be like, yo, what up? I'm that dude. I'm like, yeah, I remember you, man. I still remember the dude that used to support me when I was an amateur comic in Chicago. When I was doing open mics, nobody knew me. This one brother, I still remember. He goes, you remember? I go, man, you used to support me all the time. Yeah, I remember you. I don't forget. Shit. I ain't one of these crank ass Negroes, man. Fuck them. I don't do that corny ass, shiny, moist booty ass nigga shit. I don't do that. I knew it would make y'all laugh. That's what I said.
I love you.
Fucking Vaseline between them fucking cheek ass.
Hey, Godfrey.
Lip gloss, bottom lip ass. No, go ahead.
Hey, my man, we want to thank you so much for taking time out your evening, man, to rock with us. Yeah. We truly appreciate it, my guy. Ladies and gents, please make sure you tap in Netflix, Tiffany Haddish, They Ready. His on the LOL Network, and Godfrey We Trust. He also got the podcast that is jumping off. And then every night on IG Live, you can catch him doing his thing. Comedian Godfrey.
Late as fuck.
Tap in, man. Tap in.
Comedian Godfrey is my Instagram. Follow.
Yes.
Follow. I'm trying to get to 1 million, Godfrey. Bro.
Thank you, my guy. We truly appreciate you.
Love you too, ladies man. And gents. Nice to meet y'all, man. Y'all see y'all next time, my man.
All right.
DJ Ron. All right. Bigg Pwee. All right. Boy.
Yeah. You are now live. Yeah. Schlock West in the morning, Dash Radio, the spin room, you know what it is.